Hello everyone. In today's vlog, I'm going to teach you that how you can write a survey response. And if you are interested in giving CELPIP test, then you can watch my blog, and in writing task 2, you are going to write a survey response. So the first task is writing an email, and the second writing task is writing a survey response. So I'm going to show you a sample. Okay, so this is a sample, writing task 2. So in the previous blog, I showed you the writing task 1 sample with example, which you are going to find in your CELPIP writing test. Like this, I shared the format of CELPIP writing test, and you will find the same kind of questions when you will give your CELPIP writing test. So this is the second sample. You will find the same kind of question. The task will be the same. For example, the question will be the same. The pattern, the structure will be the same. You are supposed to write a survey response. So there will be a question like you can see, choose the option that you prefer. Explain the reasons for your choice. Why do you prefer your choice? Write about 150 to 200 words. So there you will choose from option A or option B. You will read and you will take the option that you think is the most suitable option. If you believe option A is good, you can click on option A, and if you feel that option B is your opinion, so you can click on option B. So this is your first task. First, you're going to select either option A or B, and you're going to tick it. So you will give yourself a test. It is a computer-based test. So when you will find the option, you need to tick either on option A or option B. You cannot circle it. You're not going to use any pen or pencil. You will give the test uh, at CELPIP Center on a laptop, and you need to circle either option A or option B. Now you have decided what is your opinion. Then you will read the following information. Online versus print news survey. So there will be a situation. You will read and then you are going to write a survey response. So this is a question. Your local newspaper is experiencing low sales of its newspapers since many readers are now choosing the online version. Its current number of online subscribers is now 3 times the number of print subscribers. The newspaper has sent a survey to all of its print and online subscribers to see whether there is enough demand to keep the print version. Now you're going to write a survey response. So this is a survey response. Someone is asking about your opinion. So just what you're supposed to do in this task is read the question, and yeah, the rubric is the same for task 1 and task 2. The rubric which I shared with you is the same for writing task 1 and writing task 2. So, um, so task fulfillment, you need, what is task fulfillment, which is a very important um, part of your rubric, which means that when your assessor will assess your email and survey response, he or she will see that whether you have answered the question or not. So whatever is included here, like first, if you selected option A or B according to your opinion, so this is something you have answered. So this is task fulfillment. You are following the question and answering the question. Now, whatever the writer has asked you to write, whatever the response he or she wants from you. So whether you have read the question carefully and like answered the question completely, and you have discussed everything which is mentioned in the question. So you need to focus on the question and don't say things which you're not asked to say. Don't write like thing, or don't talk about things which you're not asked to talk about. Just write about your opinion and focus on the question, and then read the question again and again when you're writing a survey response. So this is a sample. So a test taker wrote a survey response and he or she scored 7 to 8 bands. So this is a sample. So here you can see that this task is a simple task. So you need to remember that the word limit is 150 to 200 words. So maximum words are 200 words. Don't write less than 150 words and don't write more than 200 words. So this is also something which you need to remember. And yeah, this is also like, this is the task. So don't write more than 200 words and don't write less than 150 words. So if you're following this instruction, you're following the question and you will go achieve good marks in the task fulfillment part of the rubric. Yes, believe you me, if you will follow all the instructions properly, you can score a very high band in CELPIP writing. So, and this is another response. Someone gave CELPIP test and he or she wrote this response and achieved 10 to 12 bands. So, the difference is that here we can see that the language is more formal and there's more cohesion and there are more details. And yes, task fulfillment part is like, you can see that the writer has discussed everything here. And so if you will write in this way, you can get 10 to 12 bands. So you need to share your opinion. In this task, you need to share your opinion. It's a survey. So you're going to read the question and share your opinion. So here you can see that your opinion is important. So just focus on the question and share your opinion. And so this is a sample. So I'm sure that after watching this blog, you will be familiar with writing task 2, writing a survey response. And now I'm sure that you're familiar with the question and you have also seen an example. You have like how you're supposed to write a survey response, like very simple. You don't need any um s- uh, s- you don't need to mention dear or regards at dear in the beginning and regards at the end. This is a survey response. You can just write few paragraphs Just like you write a small, like, no, this is a survey response. You are going to write in different paragraphs. And the most important thing is that, so if you want to immigrate to Canada, you can give CELPIP test. And this is uh, writing task two, CELPIP writing task two. You will write a survey response. And if you achieve a high band in writing and in all other skills, you can easily immigrate to Canada. And now I'm going to discuss some tips that how you can write a very cohesive survey response. So the, you just need to remember these tips. And if you will follow all my instructions and all the tips, then you will be able to write a very cohesive survey response, and you will be able to get 11 bands, 11 to 12 bands in self-help writing. I achieved 11 bands in self-help writing, and I followed all these um, rules, and I want to share this with all of you. And if you want to immigrate to Canada, and if you want to work here in Canada and get a high score in self-help, then these tips are very useful for you. And if you want more tips and instructions, and if you want more instructions about how I achieved 11 bands in self-help writing, then don't forget to subscribe my blog, and don't forget to like my channel and give me a comment if you want to learn more about it. So you can use cohesive devices like moreover, however, furthermore, also. So when you are giving your opinion, you can, when you are giving some examples, you can use, for example, comma, for instance, comma, and likewise, comma, similarly, comma, overall, comma, and so you can use these cohesive devices. And if you want to learn how to use cohesive devices when writing a survey response or an email, then please let me know. I will make more videos about it. So I use these cohesive devices when I wrote a survey response. Yes, and I used a variety of sentence structures when I wrote a survey response. I used a variety of sentence types. For example, I used simple sentences, compound sentences, and complex sentence. And believe you me, that made a lot of difference. Yes, that helped me to achieve 11 bands in self-writing, which is a very high band. So yes, I used a lot of complex sentences when I like explain my reasons at that time. Yes, I used a lot of complex sentences and compound sentences. Yes, when providing more details, I used a lot of compound sentences and simple sentences as well. So don't forget to watch my YouTube lessons. Uh, if you want to learn how to write simple, compound, and complex sentences, I have uploaded my YouTube lessons. So the titles are Simple, Compound, and Complex Sentences Learning English, and How to Write Complex Sentences. So you can watch these video lessons and learn how to write simple, compound, and complex sentences. And you can write a survey response and use all use a variety of sentence structures and cohesive devices. And you you need to remember that if you will use cohesive devices, it will help you to write a server response. It will help you to write a very cohesive and coherent server response. Content is very important. What you're writing is very important. What kind of details and examples you're giving is very important. Vocabulary, the kind of language, the kind of words you are using is very important. So avoid using slang words and use more formal vocabulary. Use more high frequency vocabulary, high frequency words. If you want to learn about high frequency words or about vocabulary, the kind of vocabulary you need um, while writing your survey response, just let me know. Don't forget to share your comments about it. If you want to learn more about it, I will make separate videos for all of you. Readability, that uh, your survey response is understandable. It's when the reader read your response, he or she easily understand the response. And task fulfillment. So you have answered the question. When? So if in the question it's mentioned that when something happened, you need to tell when something happened. Okay? So, so I just want to share with all of you that um, if you are interested in learning more about vocabulary or how to use cohesive devices when you're writing your survey response or emails, then please let me know and I'm going to make more videos. And also let me know like what do you want to learn? And I will definitely make more videos about that particular topic. So don't forget to have fun and don't forget to learn English.